to another episode of From the Shadows, and as always, if you are enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video. Now, in our last episode, we beat Nancy by 3-2, and that was a massive win for us, because we've been on a slightly, well, not a slightly poor, we've actually been okay as of late, but we really did need to start picking up a few more wins, just to sort of solidify our position, and a big win over a big team like that was a massive win for us. And I was worried about kind of some of the fixtures we had coming up, but we've actually done better than I thought we were going to, if I'm honest. So that leaves us, well, in a good position coming into this game. So I'm going to take you through the fixtures that have happened this month. Now, firstly, we went to Auxerre and we actually managed to win, and this was, I mean, there were bad things about this game too, let me make that very clear, in the sense that Antelek went off injured again, and I was bricking it, frankly. But then when we scored a goal from a corner with Musavu King again, he's done so well at getting in there for those set pieces and defending. He's been a great defender for us. You know, it was all well us going in front, but Auxerre had some decent amount of shots in this game. But unfortunately, then Pereira went off injured in the 68th minute, and I felt it was going to be one of those games, unfortunately. Thankfully, it didn't quite turn out as bad as we had first feared. But we did manage to get away with a 1-0 away victory against Auxerre, which is a great result for us. It really was. So I was incredibly pleased with it. And another 3 points and back-to-back wins for the first time in the league this season, surely. But then we added another one. We had a home game against Havre, and well, I mean, you can't say we didn't deserve to win this one. We absolutely battered them for 90 minutes. It was spectacular, is the only way I can really describe it. Musavu King, yet again, gave us the lead on 18 minutes before Ivan Antelik, once again, who wasn't seriously injured, thank God, though we did have to go off yet again in this game through an injury, doubled our advantage on 32 minutes before Johan and Villa broke through and made it 3-0 by half-time. The perfect start, the perfect first half, everything was delightful. Unfortunately, we had to make a few changes in the second half due to injuries and stuff. Ekshurgui did come on, but then had to go off again. Eventually, we ended up with our youngster, what's his name? Jean-Claude Djorkaeff actually ended up coming on and playing in the midfield, so that was nice. At the 15, or is he 16 now? Really getting some chance. I think he's probably our brightest prospect. But as you can see, also on the bench there is Oder da Costa Checa. So those guys starting to come through a little bit, which is very nice to see. We do have a youth intake, which I will show you guys in a sec. Nothing, well, some players that are 5-star, I'm just not entirely sure what that means just yet. Joseph Mendes did get one back for Havre, but it was nowhere. They were nowhere near us in this game. We were fantastic. Probably one of our best performances overall in terms of stats of the season, really. And we were fantastic. Everything went well for us in that game. Next up, though, we went to Chamois away from home, and we were just poor. I mean, as you can see, we weren't that bad in terms of the number of shots, but they took their chances, and that's all that really matters in these types of games. Florian Martin gave them the lead on 12 minutes before Sebastian Haller made it 2, and then Patrice Chauvin 3-0 down at half-time, almost a reversal of what happened in the last game, except this time I really don't feel we deserved to lose it by 3-0, but we did, and, sometimes that just happens, and you just got to kind of deal with it and move on, basically. So that's what we did. Straight into our next game against Ajaccio, and much better. Much better. Again, Antelek got injured in this one, but once again, nothing serious. It was a strange one, actually, because Johan and Villa gave us the lead almost practically from the kickoff, and then we won a penalty a couple of minutes later, which Gamiet was able to dispatch. 2-0 to us. We were cruising at that point, but they did start coming back at us a little bit in the second half, and of course, Ali Mamadi got one back for them, but it was already really too late by this point. They then got an injury to one of their better players, and then obviously Antelek had to go off, but Gamier added a second of the night for himself. That's his second brace of the season, I think, with 3 minutes to go, and another comfortable 3-1 win. So home form is definitely massive for us. Then we went away to Clermont-Foot. Now bear in mind, these guys might not be playing that well in the league, but they do have the 2 top scoring players in the entire division, both of them, neither of which actually managed to score against us, but as you can see from the number of chances they created, they definitely deserved the win, let's put it that way. Thibaut Moulin gave them the lead on 35 minutes. Gamiet had to go off injured in this one, as did Ivan Antelek again, for I think that's the 4th game in a row he had to be substituted through injury, and also he's not suffered an actual injury that's kept him out of the game in any of those matches. It's really weird. Like, he keeps getting injured, but he's never actually out injured. It's annoying because we lose him in the middle of the game, but also pleasant because it means he's not actually injured. So there is that. I think Gamiet, though, is going to be missing from today's game, which is a poor one. And of course, Suleimani Suadogo gave them a late sort of icing on the cake type of goal to make it 2-0. All of that leaves us sitting in 9th place. We've moved right up the league at the moment, 44 points now from 31 matches. We're 14 points above the drop zone. We are slap bang in mid-table. If anything, we've actually slightly exceeded it, and I think this would be considered top half. And I'm amazed, frankly, that we've been able to do that, but it's just sort of that home form. We've picked up a few more wins as of late, as the results have started to sort of fall our way. That win against Nantes was huge, and as was the win in the last live com against Nancy. Those types of wins are massive for us, and you know, we're closer now to the top. To the promotion spots than we are to the relegation zone. 9 points behind Stade Brestois, who we are playing today. So we could close that gap down to just 6 points with 7 games to go. Obviously, we're not expecting to get anywhere near that, but it's just nice to even be involved in the discussion, to be honest. There's a little bit of a gap now between us and Clermont down in 11th place, which of course could have been bigger had we managed to avoid defeat there, but as it is, we've got a 5-point gap now to dropping out of the top 10, and that is pleasing. I think we can get 10th this year. That's sort of where I'm aiming it. Now, as you can see down at the bottom, things have got much tighter. Metz have started winning again. At one point, they were actually up to 18th, but then Sochaux and Ajaccio both won, and it is getting ridiculously tight, and Amiens are starting to get dragged a little bit closer to that relegation zone, and we play them away from home on the final day, and that could be a crucial game for them. So if you look at the injury list though, look at that one compared to Stade Brestois, who we play today, who've got 9 players out injured. As you can see though, Clermont Foot, look at that, Idriss Sadi and Vion have got 20 and 17 goals between them. They've scored 37 of Clermont's 45 goals this season. That's mental. That is a seriously ridiculous amount of goals to rely on 2 players. I'm guessing the games they've missed, they've fallen as a result of those games, basically. But Lorient, 13 points clear at the top now. It's a matter of time before they wrap up the title. They're 20 points clear of the... In fact, they could probably go up today, I think. That's how far ahead they are. In fact, yeah, they could go up technically with a win. They would be up. So that's interesting. Now, into the squad. Top goal scorer, of course, is Antelet, but he's going to be suspended for this game. Oh my god. He gets injured all the time, and now he's going to get suspended. What a joke. It's annoying on his part. As you can see, he's not been able to find the net lately, and he's sort of slipped off the radar a bit with his scoring, which is a worry for me. But we've managed to sort of pick up goals from elsewhere, thankfully, particularly from Musavu King, of all people. As for assists, Mvia's at the top there with 7, but Didats and Pereira are right in behind. Player of the match, again, Didats again. Average rating? Who we got? It's Boilion still, but still by a decent amount, actually, but a little bit more competition now between Didats, Antelet, and Musavu King's getting right in there too. Aerial challenges, it's him and Puyol. In fact, 3 players competing for that role now. Key passes, Pereira with 103. Key tackles, 10, shared between 3 different players. And interceptions, of course, 384 for Loic Puyol. I just want to see again how Pereira's doing on that particular stat. Key passes, in fact, now look at that. 83 for Didac and 79 for Pereira. Now they've dominated that, and Didac has really come into form lately, and that's been fantastic for us. Right, let's jump into the fixture then. It's going to be tough. They're a good team. They're 3rd. They occupy that final promotion spot. A win for us today, for me, sets out our stall next year for a really good top half finish if we can bring in the right players. Of course, Dominic Gate did have to play this month because of injuries, and it means that, of course, we're in a bit more debt with that. But we will be getting about 10,000 a week off of our transfer, off of our wage bill at the end of the season when we finally get rid of all the dead wood properly. Those that I couldn't get rid of last summer, we're finally going to be getting rid of those. So that should give us a nice clean bill of only players I want at the club will be at the club, and that's vital for us. So that should be good. It's just a question of working our way out of this debt. We're sort of treading water at the moment. I think if we can improve the wage bill a bit, then we should be much, much closer to slowly working our way out of that debt, and hopefully a good cup run or 2 over the next couple of seasons could earn us a bit more. To maybe, I don't know, it's really hard to tell. Maybe some big friendlies against some big teams in the summer might be a worthwhile decision to make. Anyway, let's get into the game. Okay, they're playing a lot of width, which could cause us problems, but might also leave them exposed down the middle. It's is that... Yes, it is. Peter Odom-Wingy is playing for Stade Brestois. So there we go. Right, let's get into this. Hervé Renard, of course, is the coach. That white shirt-wearing Adonis of a man. Jabali, of course, because of the suspension. So Hakim Jabali is going to get a rare start for us. He's not really that fit either, which is a bit of a problem. Jean-Claude Djorkaeff is on the bench, and he's our sort of backup striker for this game, so that's going to be interesting. I think we might end up losing this one because we're just not quite... That's a key thing to be missing. To be missing Antelect at this point in the season. We also want to bring in someone else off the bench. Bringing in Gape isn't... Wow, look at this. I've had to put them available for some reserve games just to try and get them some match fitness up. Who do we go for? That is the question. All of these guys have been made available for that. I'm putting Ikpo on the bench instead of Levohi. He's a youngster. I think Djorkaeff might find himself on the pitch at some point in this game, which would be cool because I'd be curious to see what you guys think of his play when he actually gets in there. They are the favourites, which I guess makes sense. They are the home team. Are we all good on there? Yes, we are. Good. Again, didn't drop him. He's being rested. He has literally zero ability to come back from these things. It's a pain. He actually scored a few goals against us before, if I recall. So, yeah, it might be quite good that he's out. They've got a guy called Pele. Brian Pele! That is the best name ever. That sounds like someone from Romford. Oh, Brian Pele. So, let's see. Yeah, that's all good. We're all good here. Wow, I actually got a positive response from something my assistant said. How amazing. I don't know why Sigrist has got poor morale. He's having a great season. Well, look at that. He's done well. One of our best players over the last few games. Anyway, let's go out there and see what Jabali can do. You know, maybe he can fill the shoes of Antelek and do something fantastic for us. Or maybe we'll have to rely on Djorkaeff off the bench, which would be quite the thing to throw him into right now. Musavu King, and I thought he was going to score another one. That's very similar to the other goals he scored for us this month. The set piece seems to have manifested itself into dropping it short for Musavu King. Most of his goals are... Oh, no. Oh, God, I thought Brian Pele was about to come back and haunt me there. I hate those types of goals. Pele now with the free kick in. And the goalkeeper's come out and... Oh, my God. Oh, never mind. I don't even know what's happened there. Bruno Jouraugi has scored for Stade Brestois. What is the goalkeeper doing? I now understand his poor morale. It's like he knows this is about to happen. That was terrible. Why is he coming out there? I understand they have to sometimes collect it, but the ball is nowhere near him. There's no need for him to be... Oh, my God. And then what? It's just ping pong. How did that get through there? Well, there we go. We're going to have to sort of come back now. We've started off okay, so hopefully we've got it in us to come back. Let's close down Adama Traore. Oh. Uh-oh. Gamiet's won it back. Here we go. Time to break. But unfortunately, that lack of attacking threat up front from, with Jabali, maybe not quite as good a striker, could come back to haunt us today. Villa, he might be very important running from midfield. That's where he's got a lot of his goals, making those late runs. And Villa, Pereira, long range effort perhaps, goes back for Didac. Round the corner, he's massively offside here, Jabali, so that will be disallowed. Bit of a poor position. I would have preferred Pereira to have a pop at that. He's scored a couple of long range beauties this year, but all is looking quite well. Actually, if Didac just holds on to this a bit more, he can just keep recycling the possession. Jabali's clearly miles offside. And if he's on the side there, then there's no way he's getting to that, basically. So, a bit of poor play from us. But I guess it's showing that we're actually looking all right in this game at the moment. But we do need to put a little bit more of a shift in. Might have to up it to attacking in the second half, depending on how things go. Here we go. Boileau's forward. Whipped into Mendy. Oh, God. We're going to get countered on, aren't we? Guilherme. That's it. Get back across. Oh, what a tackle, actually. Didac. Are we going to break on them? Round through for Jabali. Can he get across his man? He has got across his man. Can he score? No, of course he can't. That was another golden opportunity there for us. We probably should be level in this game, but that's the difference to me between having Jabali and having Antelek in. Antelek scores there. Jabali's not looking good for fitness either. 76% already. All right, I'm going to make a decision. Is the best way to look at it. I'm going to make a decision. We're going to bring on Djorkaeff at half-time because at the moment Jabali's doing nothing for us. He's playing poorly, he's knackered. We're going to throw the 16-year-old on up top for us in the second half and just see what he can come up with. He might well be a hero for us. Who knows? Is he number 67? Pele's ball in, Puyol clears it, and Cantini will keep that in for us. He's going to have a hell of a responsibility up front for us today, but you never know. If he does something amazing for us, that could... oh, hello, Gamiet, Djorkaeff now. First touch of the ball that we've seen him on the ball here, drops it back to Gamiet. Now he needs to be getting into a good position to get on the end of something here. Pereira, he's in between the lines here, and brought down by Puyol. Gamiet, get that extra man. Didac gets it inside for Djorkaeff, goes inside one, plays it into the path of Pereira. Lovely goal, 1-1, and Djorkaeff will take the assist on that. That was a beautiful link up between Djorkaeff and Pereira. Comes on the pitch 4 minutes into his, well, not debut, but appearance here. Takes it round one. Little sidestep, drops into the path of Pereira, who just dinks that into the net. 1-1 here, and we're back in the game, and a lovely assist there for Djorkaeff. I know I'm placing a load of importance on it. Oh no, don't go in immediately. Well done. That is an unbelievable save from Sigrist there. But we're playing well against, again, a really decent team. We're having a good time against them. At home, we seem to be genuinely very good, and they've got an injury, which is pleasant to see. But now I've said that, we'll get an injury, I'm certain of it. I'm just going to hold off on the next substitution for a little bit. Sigrist, go on. If we won here, that'd be fantastic. Didac. He's lost it, but Gamiet's back on the ball. Djorkaeff, can he flip it through again here? Goes to Mvia this time. Brought back, and it's cleared downfield. And oh, whoa, ball through. Oh, I thought Djorkaeff was going to get on there. He's acting like a focal point for us today, and he's doing a better job of it than Jabali was for me. He's getting in better positions and drawing defenders all over the place, and that's what we want. Mvia, Puyol, a goal would really cap it off nicely. Didac, and it's a penalty now. Wow, we've got the chance to go in front here, and I wouldn't say we didn't deserve it. Gamiet here could give us a chance to equalise. I'm not going to adjust the league table because I'm pretty certain if we score a goal here, we'll actually appear on that. I think we'll move us into 8th place and get us right back into the battle for those spots. Gamiet now with the free. Oh, what a great! Sorry, I thought he'd missed it for a second. It's 2-1 to Paris FC over Stade Brestois. We're beating some big teams at home in these live comms, and that is pleasing, I must say. We're really starting to scalp a few teams now. I think over the course of the season we've got used to the professional state of this league, and it had that little dip, but now we are back. Anyway, let's not count our blessings too soon. Should probably make another substitution, actually. I know there's going to be a highlight in a minute. Puyol, not really got anyone that can feasibly come in there, unfortunately. Ep.16 might have to come on for a little while, possibly to replace Pereira, because Didac has been fantastic. I'm thinking Ep.16 and possibly Medellin off at some point later on in this match. But it is, I mean, I'd take a draw in this game, I would, but I would like to see if we can win it. It's been a hell of a turnaround in the second half, and I'm not putting it all down to Djorkaeff, of course not, but, you know, we made the change, we took the risk on bringing him on. Boileau's ball downfield is going to be easily mopped up by Traore. We're going to need to make sure we've got an option going forward, and Djorkaeff needs to offer a bit more. That's, well, they can do that all they bloody like. They're welcome to shoot from that range as much as they like. Now that I've said that, of course, they will smash one in the top corner. Boileau is knackered. I know he is, but it's still going to have to be Jean that's coming off. We're just lacking a bit on the bench at the moment for this one. We've got 3 minutes to go until an absolutely fantastic win again. And, 15 seconds. Go on, Ep.16 clears it. Get away with this, guys. Adama Traore. Back to another Traore. And flicks it through, and Adama Traore is onto this. Don't foul him. And Sigris will collect that, and I think that's going to be it. I think we're going to win again. And there we go. Paris FC 2, Stade Brestois 1, and another brilliant scalp of one of the top teams in this division. Like, we've beaten Nantes home and away. We've beaten Stade Brestois today. We've beaten Nancy a couple of times, at least once as well. We're beating teams around us, and that moves us up into 8th place and now puts a massive gap between us and 11th place Clermont Foot. Now 7 points from dropping out of the top 10. I think we're going to get at least 10th place, but for me that battle is above us. You know, what's to say that we can't catch someone like Troyes, who, you know, they're only 4 points ahead of us. They're in good form. I think that, what's to say, let's just try and finish as high as we physically can. I'm amazed, frankly, that we've done as well as this. And Amiens won today as well, so that's move them a little bit further away from the relegation zone. That will please them. So there we go. A 2-1 victory against Stade Brestois keeps us bombing on towards the top. Well, not the top, but towards the upper echelons of this league. And our last bit of form has been pretty damn good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. 2 defeats in our last 9 games. And I think that's 6 wins out of 9. 6 wins out of 9 is an incredibly good record. So, what have we got remaining? We've got Arles Avignon away next. That could be winnable because it's away and they're a poor team. Then we've got Stade Lavallois. That's a huge game at home, and I feel like we've got enough to win that now. Then we've got Ajaccio, who are struggling at home, potentially another winnable one. Then we have Metz away, another potential winnable. I'll tell you what, guys, there's a potential for us to really finish this season highly. When you look at these results, this one is winnable because they're a poor team and we're away from home. This team is winnable because we're at home. They're poor and we're at home. They're poor, and they did beat us at home, to be fair, but they're really still very poor, and it's away, fair enough. We've got Troyes, who are an amazingly tough team, but we're at home, and then we've got Amiens on the final day of the season, who are a poor team, away from home. All of those games are technically winnable, and you just never know where we could finish at the end of this season. Surely not. Surely there isn't a late push for promotion in this team. That would be a little bit excessive. But you just never know what you can do when the obelisk obliterates. Anyway, guys, if you like what you've seen, I really hope you have, please do drop a like on the video. And if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Outcaster icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the away game against Amiens, when, who knows, this could maybe decide whether we go up or something. Who knows? And maybe I'm being a bit optimistic, but hey, better to be optimistic than pessimistic. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.